Well, good evening, everybody, or is it afternoon? I don't know. When does afternoon end and evening start? I was never able to figure that out. Anyway, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I'm talking bad today. What's wrong with me? Anyway, welcome back, everybody. We're doing one of my typical grift streams where you either super chat me $10 or you Venmo me $9, and I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Could be Venezuela, could be Maduro, could be Tsla, whatever stupid ETF or stonk or crypto you want to invest in. I can go look over the financial statements, whatever you freaking want. I'm here for you, okay? So $10 super chat or $9 Venmo. See the pinned comment. Why aren't you covering Tesla's earnings? You always get more views doing that. Did Tesla release earnings? Hold on a minute. I don't think, did they? Did Tesla release earnings? The next quarterly report for Q4 2025 is expected around January 28th to 29th, 2026. Are you talking about deliveries? I mean, I guess I could cover that in a separate video. It's deliveries. But I don't want to cover that here. I want to make my own video covering Tesla. And I'm sure they're having amazing delivery growth. Psych. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. You know why? Because Elon just moves on to the next grift. People are like, it's not about the present, it's about the future. So the collapse in sales doesn't mean anything at all. They announced car sales plummeted. I can predict exactly what's going to happen, like I just said. I'll cover the car sales going down. All the Tesla shills, fanatics, morons, degenerates, and clowns will come out and say, it's not about the cars. It's about the robots, bro. And the cyber taxi, bro. Or cab, whatever stupid name they have for it. You mean you only want to grift, not give your fans what they want? You guys are a bunch of chicks. I don't even know what you want, okay? You just want endless strongman. You just want me to stream 24/7 and cover your exact topic that you want me to talk about. Okay? I'm one man. One very capable and attractive man, but I'm only one man, okay? And I'm doing my freaking best. So zip your mouth, Alan. You're pissing me off. I mean, I guess we can go skim Tesla's delivery. Hold on. How about our boy Trump going in, taking out a leader out, and that was pretty. I was pretty surprised by that, and they did a good job. They did a really good job. Now, what's going to have to happen after? I don't know, but the actual operation went extremely well. I mean, nobody died, at least on the American side, and they came in. They kidnapped a president of a foreign country and his wife, and they took him out. What? This is crazy. America, we do what we want, yeah. But no, the operation was well. I'm more concerned about what they're going to do afterwards. That's what we really need to figure out. Well, apparently we're running the country. Let's go look. Let me see if I can find anything on X. In the meantime, if you want me to cover a specific topic, $10 super chat or $9 Venmo. You don't like it? Call me a freaking grifter, which I am. I'm a turbo grifter. All right, here we go. We're on my X account. It's going to be Inception, okay? We're going to see some people are watching on X. See, I'm live. This is my account right here. I got 19 views on X already. I got 19 viewers. I don't even know if they're real. If somebody is viewing this on X, please leave a comment, because I always see viewers on X, but I never see comments. So I'm like, is it botted? Are these real viewers? The YouTube ones are usually legit. I'm not so sure about the X ones, okay? Let's see. Trumpy. Oh, no, let's just do Venezuela. Venezuela. I wonder if Griftio is going to move back there. All right, we got my boy Richard Spencer making an opinion here. Look at that. Okay. Venezuela's President Maduro officially arrives in New York. All right, so they're showing a random airplane landing. I guess he's on it. I don't freaking know. Okay. We got my boy Nicholas here. Initially seemed like a solid operation to cleanly, bloodlessly, and quickly remove Maduro from power last night. But this new policy of running Venezuela with U.S. soldiers sounds like a massive overcommitment. Are we putting boots on the ground? What did Trump say? Running Venezuela. Yeah, that's what the issue is. What happens afterwards? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me put some audio on this. Give me a second. Let me close the share screen. Okay. And then we can listen to some audio. Which should be preferable, right, everybody? Don't you want to hear the audio? I want to hear the audio. All right. So here's Geodis. President Trump says the United States is effectively running Venezuela until now captured Maduro is properly replaced by a puppet. We are going to run the country until a safe, proper, and judicious transition. All right, let's do
proper and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
I mean, what if there's a lot of resistance, though? What if there's a lot of like government forces that are actively resisting the puppet that we try to put in place? What if they start doing guerrilla war? I mean, they're making it sound like, oh, you know, we fly Maduro out. We just flew him away. We just snatched him up with Delta Force. And then we're just going to put somebody else in, bro. And in the meantime, we're just going to run the country. I could see this quickly escalating if there's a lot of resistance to the U.S. puppet, especially if the military is going to resist. We're going to have to fight their military. Are we going to put boots on the ground? How many?
And it has to be judicious, because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela.
Oh, yeah, guys, that's totally why we went in, for liberty, bro.
And that includes many from Venezuela that are now living in the United States.
Oh, like Griftio. All right, let's see if there's any more news. Okay, look at this. Venezuela holds the largest oil reserves in the world at 300 million barrels. The U.S. is now running Venezuela. I don't think we're not running it. Nobody's running Venezuela right now. They completely just, I mean, imagine if our president was gone, just poofed away. And then imagine some foreign nation wanted to install a new president. And with the intentions of probably taking as much oil as they can or allowing U.S. corporations to use it. You don't think there's going to be resistance to this? The U.S. is now running Venezuela with the large U.S. oil companies moving in. Well, what if those companies get attacked by guerrillas? Are we going to have to put soldiers there to protect these companies? The U.S. now controls the largest oil reserve in the world. I mean, we can do whatever we want in the Southern Hemisphere. What is this? The video of Maduro's Venezuela running over and pummeling protesters is going viral after the left takes the side of Nicolas Maduro during the U.S. strikes. Yeah, you don't think there's going to be a lot of chaos here? Let's see this. I don't know if this is too graphic for YouTube or not. See. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to stop that. Oh, jeez. Usury and all the degenerate stuff was banned in Venezuela. Same as Iraq, Syria, Libya, the list goes on. It ain't now they got their puppet. Oh, my God. Here we go. Nick Friedus. With all due respect to Donald Trump, when I thought this was a limited strike to go after Maduro, I was willing to defend it. But now that I hear we are running Venezuela, I have some concerns. Yes, me too. Me too. Maybe I'm going to get mobilized. Maybe I'm going to go. Maybe Daddy's going to have to break all his promises of streaming every day. because I've lived at the business end of this kind of foreign policy and it didn't work out well. That's true. I did as well. Yes, I am a war hero. Yes, that's true. So as a Trump supporter, I'm asking, why are we responsible for ensuring a proper transition takes place in Venezuela? Well, I mean, that's common sense, Nick. We removed the president. I would assume that we have a plan to put somebody else in place because we obviously want something out of Venezuela. We obviously want a friendly regime running Venezuela so we can get whatever we want, the oil or whatever. How many troops are we dedicating to that venture? See, that's the thing. You know, when it starts, there's not that many troops, right? And then, you know, the enemy, you know, they get really feisty. They fight. They resist. Maybe they do guerrilla war. And then you have to start escalating and escalating. And then before you know it, you got 100,000 troops in Venezuela. Can we afford this? So the operation went well. The operation went extremely well. The Delta Force, obviously, they're top dogs. What comes after is the real concern. What do we consider a safe, secure, and independent Venezuela to even look like? How do we measure when we have achieved it? You better hope there's not a lot of resistance. How much blood and treasure are we willing to dedicate to this venture? As much as we need to get the oil. What does the U.S. get out of this? Oil. Okay. Some of those were easy to answer. How are we going to run Venezuela? There are hundreds of thousands of paramilitaries in Venezuela and eastern Colombia that will fight U.S. ground forces. No boots on the ground. This sounds like Iraq 2.0. I mean, at the end of the day, if there was a strong resistance, we'd have to put troops on the ground or have like a friendly paramilitary that we support with airstrikes. We have to. You got to have some kind of boots on the ground. It could be pro-American Venezuelans or it could be U.S. troops. Wow. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Bogota closed. Colombia freaking out now. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. Don't get all excited now. It's too early to tell whether this was a good idea or not. But hopefully it works out. Hopefully I don't have to go there. That'd be so unfortunate. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, there's Trump pointing at you. All right. Well, that was it. Yeah, I woke up this morning. That was interesting news. That was very interesting news. All right. Alan Carlson, did you see how Strongman is already making excuses to not do daily live streams? Oh, I got my two biggest critics in the comments. Gil, you get so much value out of this membership. You get so much value. The guy already quit before he even started. Yeah, you guys are already knocking me. I haven't even started self-employment. You know, I'm still working until next Friday's my last day. And then you know what I do after that? I go for a 7-day army escapade. Okay. Then I get back and then tax season's going to start kicking off. So yes, I'm going to prioritize tax returns over sitting on YouTube doing live streams. I'm sorry. I know I'm a monster. I'm just a dirty, disgusting, lying piece of filth. Yes, I did, Gil. Oh, my channel's cooked, bro. Trust me. A couple roasts of LaFufu, Meet Kevin, Chris Zane, and I'll be right back where I started. Alan, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Strongman ever say he won't start the streams and videos until after tax season? I've said that multiple times. I said I'm going to at least try to do market open and market close during tax season. But no, you're probably not getting, unless like it slows down. Well, sometimes there's lulls, you know. But no, I'm not going to be streaming all day when I have people paying me good money to do their taxes. That's just how it is. But didn't he say he will do taxes and videos and that he will have, I will have structure. Market open, taxes, market close. After tax season, market open, daily clown report, market close, and this grift stream. You're right, Gil. He's making excuses. Apparently, Trump's impeachment odds hit an all-time high on Kalshi as the Dems are siding with Maduro, the dictator now. Oh, it's political tribalism. Whatever Trump does, they're always going to say it's bad. Okay? We all know the bias. Let's go look at the Trump impeachment on Kalshi. Kalshi. Let's go check out Kalshi, guys. You know who doesn't do Kalshi? Me. You know why? It's degenerate gambling. Why don't I do degenerate gambling? Because it's stupid. All right. Trump impeached? Well, just because you're impeached doesn't mean you're guilty. Will Trump be impeached? Before January 1st. Because when does... Hold on a minute. When are the next congressional elections? They should be... Isn't it like November next year? Or November this year, excuse me. Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026. Okay, let's ask AI another question here. All right, so the midterms are Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026, in which I will go and I will vote straight Republican. But I live in Soy Boy, Virginia, so we're all going to be blue. Okay. And then when do the congressmen change out after the election? After the general election on November 3rd, newly elected members of the House and Senate will take office on January 3rd, 2027. Okay, so the impeachment odds before January 2027, probably low. Before January 1st, 2028, yeah. I mean, I would say that's almost a sure. I'm not going to bet on this. I would say that's almost a sure thing. Now, I don't know when they say impeached. If the president of the United States has been impeached before January 1st, 2028, here's the one that would be really important. Will he be removed from office? Hold on a minute. If the president, define what it means when the president is impeached. Because I think that just means it doesn't mean he's guilty. It just means he's basically brought on trial. The president has been formally charged with treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. It is important to note that impeachment is not removal from office. So it's kind of a bet on who's going to win the midterms, which I think most people are predicting the Democrats. Well, I think that's on Kalshi as well. We can go check that. So it's a bet on who's going to win the midterms. If the Democrats sweep, yeah, they're probably going to impeach him. Okay. If a simple majority of House members votes to approve articles of impeachment, the president is officially impeached. An impeached president remains in office and continues to exercise full presidential authority until awaiting trial. Once impeached, the case moves to the Senate, which has the sole power to try all impeachments. The Senate holds a trial where House members act as prosecutors. The president's lawyers provide a defense, and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court presides as the judge. Who's on the Supreme Court? It's mostly Republican-appointed guys. Senators act as the jury. To remove the president from office, a 2/3 supermajority must vote to convict. 2/3. How many Republicans and senators are currently Republicans and Democrats are currently senators? I'm pretty sure I know it's Republican majority, right? Okay, the Senate is composed of 53 Republicans and 47 members who caucus with the Democrats. When are the next elections for the Senate? The next elections for so they're on the there are at least 35 seats up for election. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, if the Democrats win the House, yes, they could impeach him. I mean, that would not surprise me at all if they impeached him. That doesn't mean he's guilty. He has to be proven guilty, and you have to have 67 senators do it. The Senate currently has 53 Republicans. Maybe not even all the Democrats will vote to impeach him. I don't think he's going to get kicked out of office personally, unless he does something really bad. So I don't know. All right, so 55%. That's probably good odds. One more. Yeah, before that, I don't think so. Will he be impeached and removed from office? 16% chance, and it's actually dropping. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be removed from office. Will Trump resign during his term? Okay. Who will win the midterms? Midterms. Midterms. Balance of power in Congress. So there's a 49% chance of a Democratic House and a Republican Senate. That would seem logical to me. There's a 30% chance of a D House and a D Senate. A 21% chance of Republican House and Republican Senate. And a 3% chance of Republican House, Democratic Senate. Yeah, I mean, that seems logical. I mean, this is probably the most likely outcome. The Republicans keep the Senate and the Democrats take the House. Now, if the Republicans win both, again, that would be awesome, but it always happens that way. You know, president's Republican, then the other party seizes the House in the next elections. It's just how it is. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got impeached, but that really doesn't mean anything. You agree that it's highly likely that there will be a new excuse after tax? Gil, I don't have a job. What else am I going to do? Strongman is full of excuses. He doesn't have the discipline to be self-employed. Boy, are you what? Listen to me, Alan. Listen to me. I have been working full-time and doing side gigs. I've been working my butt off. You don't think I have discipline and grit? Are you insane? I've worked harder than any of you freaking clowns. I've done more work than you and Gil and your other fluffers combined. Silence. Who cares about resistance? They don't have a chance. Oh, yeah. They said the same thing happened in Afghanistan and Iraq. They don't even have to be a sophisticated military. If there's an insurgency and they don't have enough pro-American Venezuelans, the only way they're going to be able to do it is they're going to have to send U.S. troops, right? How else are you going to secure the ground and protect the oil companies? I mean, you could have like, I don't know, Academy or Blackwater, whatever they call themselves now. I guess they could hire them to protect the factories, but if there's a legitimate insurgency that comes out of this, yeah, there might be some decent odds that American troops may have to go there. Strongman rather have communism. Yes, Gil. I'd rather have communism because I'm concerned that we may have to dedicate a lot of troops. Yes, that means I'm a communist. Report Jeremy to ICE. They'll snatch him up. No questions asked. Oh, that would be funny if Jeremy got arrested. But unfortunately, it ain't going to happen. Bitcoin is going up. No wonder Dan is nowhere to be seen. You're missing out. I'm not doing prediction markets. Why would I do that? It's just another form of gambling. Why does everybody freaking gamble? Members only, please. You know, we could do one. I got to think of one. Hey, everyone. What's up, bro? Guess Greenland will be next. Well, I think, wasn't Trump talking about Colombia? Hold on. Let's see if Trump was talking about Colombia. Excuse me. All right, we still got volume. Okay. I'm pretty sure he said something funny about Colombia. Trump on Colombia. Colombia, oh, 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 Colombia, oh, 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 Colombia, Bambaleo. All right, let's see what Trump has to say. Let's listen to the God Emperor give his speech.
He was just sworn in, but she was, as you know, picked by Maduro. So Marco's working on that directly. He just had a conversation with her, and she's essentially willing to do what we think is necessary to make Venezuela great again. Very simple.
Mr. President,
oh, we got to make Venezuela great again, too, guys. What is it called? Mava? No. Make Venezuela great again.
So, Colombian President Gustavo Petro, a couple weeks ago, you said he's got to watch his ass. And today, he said he's not concerned about anything happening to him in the aftermath of this operation. So, just what your message is
well,
about
he
that.
has cocaine mills. He has factories where he makes cocaine. And yeah, I think I stick by my first statement. He's making cocaine. They're sending it into the United States. So he does have to watch his ass.
Mr. President, did you notify any members of Congress in advance?
Marco, do you want to talk about that? Because you were involved.
Trump not afraid of boots on the ground in Venezuela. There's that could happen. And we could get sucked into a quagmire. What are we going to do? Just leave? You think we're going to leave the oil?
Sure. We call members of Congress immediately after this was not the
let's see if anything pops up about boots on ground. Boots on ground. Venezuela. Oops, I spelled Venezuela wrong. Venezuela's in the streets to support Maduro. U.S. Army will never dare to put boots on the ground. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay, well, I don't know. I thought I'd have a video of Trump saying something about it. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's watch this one.
Mr. President, does the U.S. running the country mean that U.S. troops will be on the ground? How will that work?
Well, they always say boots on the ground. Oh, so we're not afraid of boots on the ground if we have to have. We had boots on the ground last night at a very...
Those are two very different things entirely. So executing a quick operation where you kidnap the president, that's one thing, okay? Occupying a country, that type of boots on the ground is something entirely different. It's very expensive, number one. And then number two, if there's resistance, you're going to have to escalate. Or you're going to have to train up the locals to do all the putting down of the bad guys for you. And that didn't work out too well in Iraq and Afghanistan.
High level, actually. We're not afraid of it. We don't mind saying it. But we're going to make sure that that country is run properly. We're not doing this in vain. This is a very dangerous attack. This is an attack that could have gone very, very badly. Could have gone very badly. We could have lost a lot of people last night. We could have lost a lot of dignity. We could have lost a lot of equipment. The equipment is less important, but we could have lost a lot. And we're going to make sure that this is proper. We're there now. We're ready to go again if we have to. We're going to run the country right. It's going to be run very judiciously, very fairly. It's going to make a lot of money. We're going to give money to the people. We're going to reimburse.
We're going to give money to the people for what?
People that were taken advantage of. We're going to take care of everybody.
We're going to take care of everybody. What? Just say you want the oil, man. Just be honest. I don't think we're going to reimburse everybody that was abused by the Maduro regime. I don't think we're going to take care of everybody, bro. I don't think we care about the people of Venezuela. We obviously care about something else. I wonder what that could be.
It's very important. We couldn't let them get away with it. They stole our oil. We built that whole industry there. and they just took it over like we were nothing. And we had a president that decided not to do anything about it. So we did something about it. We're late, but we did something about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's some interesting news there. Oh, we got our first super chat. Johnny boy. Review the greatest wealth building tool ever known to man, the 1000X Stocks website. This is a very wonderful recommendation. I love when people give me these types of super chats and requests. And I will gladly, with zero hesitation, review the 1000X Stocks website. Let's go check it out. What are we going to do? Woo! 1000X Stocks. Here it is. So Jeremy Lefebvre, my buddy, my muse, my king, my God Emperor, has a YouTube channel that he called, he used to call it, what was it? Jeremy Lefebvre Makes Money. Yeah, he makes a ton of money off of you idiots signing up for his garbage software. Okay. And then he's got this picture of 1000X Stocks. Is this like in Wall Street? You're a joke, Jeremy. They're not, you're never going to be famous on Wall Street. You're a scammer. It's obvious. And he only has 27 videos. Oh, this is financial education too. I think this is a different channel. Okay. Look, he's got 900,000 subscribers. God bless America. All right, let's go check out the website. 1000X Stocks. All right, so we have a bull, and I'm sure, and it's a black bull. Okay, let's think about the symbolism of that. I bet Jeremy's got a thing for black bulls. That's pretty funny. Okay, so 1000X Stocks and a black bull. Yeah, you're definitely getting bulled up. When 10X is not enough, built by stock investors for stock investors. No, 10X isn't enough. 100X isn't enough. 1000X. You know, let's ask AI a question real quick. How many stocks have 1000X have had 1000X returns in history? Maybe it's more than I imagine. Okay, well, that's not 1000X. It's saying 1000%. How many stocks have been 1000 baggers? There is no precise, universally agreed upon global count of every 1000 bagger stock in history. All right. Okay, they're talking about 10 baggers here. Only one stock, Monster Beverage, has ever been 1000 bagger. So he's saying 1000X stocks, and there's been one stock maybe that has 1000X'd. Oh man, Jeremy. All right, let's go to the home. Are we at the? Is this the homepage? Our founder, Jeremy LaFraud Scamming Filth, has been investing for a decade and a half. Yeah, so have I. So have I. Wow. And was sick of spending countless hours surfing through tons of different websites to find the info he needed on each stock. So 1000X Stocks is the one-stop shop. I'm sure everybody on Wall Street is just gasping and celebrating the fact that they can now have this amazing software that aggregates all the data you need. This product was built for him so he could make the best decisions in the quickest amount of time. Well, I guess it's true he didn't have this back in the day. That's why he bought all those disgusting clown stocks that he bought. But so he decided to build this for himself, but he's so magnanimous that he said, you know, I could actually share this with the world to help other people because I'm a good person. I'm a very charitable guy. So this software I built for myself, I'm going to share it with you. And I'm going to charge you for it, of course. Okay. So look at this. It's I'm trying to zoom in here. I see a DCF tool. It's got revenue, net income margins, EPS. So it's a extremely simple DCF tool. Then he's got this tool right here. You can't, I mean, maybe we can see it closer. But he's got a tool where you can compare 3 stocks next to each other. Wow, groundbreaking. And then he's got these courses. How to decode balance sheet. What? You have no accounting education. Shut your mouth. How to decode income statement. Yeah, you circle it with pretty colors. How to decode the cash flow statement. You think he knows how to calculate a cash flow statement? You think he knows how to reconcile operating cash flow from net income? No, I don't think he does. How to perform a SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis? That's like business 101. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's so stupid. Weak versus strong moat. How to value a growth stock. Dividend investing 101. Oh, he's covering everything, bro. All right. He has charts, financials, metrics, advanced metrics. What's an advanced metric? Earnings calls, SEC filings, basic education, projections, and advanced projections. Oh, we got some reviews here. All right. Jeremy's program has been terrific. Great community. Oh, why is this back? I can't even freaking read it. Okay, here we go. Look at this. I am a stay-at-home mom, so I guess she's a Willy Wonka, maybe British, with a fixed amount of discretionary funds originally allocated in our budget as fund money. So instead of, I don't know, putting the money away in like a college plan for your kids, you're giving it to Jeremy? I began investing a portion of this amount monthly and began reading about investing, and you got hoodwinked by a con man. I challenged myself to learn enough about investing and generate better returns over time. In 12 months, I went from 3% returns to 47%. She's found that she's cracked the code. This stay-at-home mom is beating the market. Okay. Jeremy's program has been terrific. A great community, very knowledgeable. I have grown my personal wealth greater since enrolling. Thank you, Jeremy. Everybody has. We're in an insane bull market. VT had like what, 22% returns in 2025? A global index had 22% returns. Wow, it was so hard to make money. Okay, so he has 3 reviews. Financial education has dramatically increased my level of understanding and investing. Yeah, you're learning like 101 crap and thinking you're discovering some amazing knowledge. So stupid. Okay, basic education. What's a PE? Advanced education. Understanding an income statement is advanced education? A SWOT analysis is advanced education? Understand if you're getting a great deal or getting ripped off. How does this help you determine if you're getting a great deal? It's just some basic metrics. You can go to stock analysis. It's free, and it's far superior than any nonsense that this clown will give you. The only thing that it has is like it has a DCF. Wow. You can find free ones everywhere. Or you can buy mine for $30. Look, it's got all the metrics. It's got all the margins. It's got gross margin, profit margin, free cash flow margin. Wow. Why would I use this free tool when I could pay Jeremy? It's got KPIs, revenue by geography, EBIT, key performance indicators. Stock analysis is pretty legit. Okay? Pretty legit. And it's free. But no, you should pay Jeremy. You know, I would take a sponsorship from stock analysis. I would. I think it's a pretty, I mean, if you want software, I would totally shill them. I like it. I use it all the time for fun. This guy's such an idiot. God. Conference calls. Charts. Oh, look at that pretty colors line go up. Projections, just punching in random numbers. This is so stupid. I wonder how much this idiot is charging for this. How much is it, Jeremy? Hello? 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 Did it freeze? Well, that was a great. I'm sold. What do you guys think? What a freaking moron. All right. Let's see. Let's do some member-only comments while we hang out. It's been a light day of grifting. Nobody wants to give me $10 super chats or $9 Venmos. It's very upsetting. I will have to leave shortly. Somebody did book a free consultation, though, for my tax business. If you want a free consultation, see the pinned comment below. Book a free 30-minute tax consultation. I'll review your tax situation. I'll give you an upfront fixed quote, and I will prepare your taxes like a boss. I am a certified public accountant. I can do taxes in any state in the United States. It's not that hard, okay? It takes a little bit of research sometimes. It's not that hard. So that's my tax. But book a free consultation because tax season's about to kick off, baby. It's about to get crazy. I was actually doing my profit and loss for this year. I made more revenue than I thought I did from my side gigs. I did pretty well. Rick. Is this Rick's Cabaret? Let's go check out Rick. Rick! Yep. Oh, they had a little fraud issue. All right, let's review what happened with Rick. What is the recent news of RCI Holdings? Pretty sure there was something to do with fraud. Recent news is dominated by a major September 2025 indictment by the New York Attorney General for alleged tax fraud and bribery, leading to stock drops and class action lawsuits, alongside continued business operations like dividend payments, new acquisitions, the strategic updates for their Bombshells restaurants, showing a split between serious legal challenges and ongoing corporate activity. If there's a company that is at seriously a big risk of committing tax fraud and bribery, I'd probably stay away from investing in that company. Just my personal opinion. All right, so New York Attorney General Letitia, she must be Norwegian, unsealed a 79-count indictment against RCI Hospitality and top executives for a multi-million tax fraud. Let's see if we can find the summarize Letitia James's indictment against RCI Hospitality. Give the accusations in bullet format. Letitia. Okay, let's see what the accusations against RCI Hospitality are. Bribery of an auditor. What could go wrong? Providing a former New York Tax Department auditor with cash, trips to Florida, meals, and private dances at clubs like Tootsie's Cabaret to influence tax audits. You can't bribe me. You know what happens when I do your taxes? You give me all your stuff, and I input it into the return the proper way. That's how I do taxes. You're not going to bribe me. No. You know why? Because, number one, it's wrong. Number two, if you get caught, your career's over. So why would I even risk that? Criminal tax fraud, intentionally failing to collect and pay over $8 million in sales taxes. Falsifying business records, illegally altering records to conceal tax evasion and bribe payments. So you can't, can you even trust the financials? Can you trust this? Is this revenue accurate? Is this gross profit accurate? Is this, I don't know. Is it accurate or not? Conspiracy to commit the crimes. All right, who's involved? Executives Eric Langan, Ahmed Ed Anakar, Bradley Chahay, Sean Kevlin, and Timothy Winata, RCI's controller. That's the accounting guy. And then the former tax auditor, John Plunkett. It always reminds me of taking a dump. Plunkett. I took a dump and it made a Plunkett sound in the toilet. Yeah, I think they're cooked. The indictment alleges a decades-long scheme involving multi-million-dollar tax fraud and bribery. Whew. All right, let's read this a little bit. Letitia James. Letitia. Okay. RCI's executives shamelessly use their clubs to bribe their way out of paying millions of dollars in taxes. Ooh, we don't need to pay. I mean, there's a lot of cash that gets exchanged, so you can definitely hide revenue when there's a lot of cash. I will always take action to fight corruption and ensure everyone pays their fair share. Tax Department Internal Affairs investigators worked closely with the Attorney General's office throughout the investigation. We commend the AG and her staff for their work. The OAG's investigation revealed that RCI and its top executives bribed an auditor in exchange for favorable treatment. Would he get like a handy or something? At least 6 different sales tax audits spanning over a decade. The auditor received at least 13 complimentary multi-day trips to Florida, where he was given up to $5,000 per day. I would just pocket that. I don't need a stupid dance. You think I need a freaking dance? Give me the money. At RCI-owned clubs, including Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami. RCI executives paid the auditors hotels and restaurant visits during these trips as well. Additionally, on at least 10 occasions, the controller and accountant traveled to Manhattan from Texas to provide the auditor with illegal bribes. This is the controller. This is the accounting guy. Winata was responsible for directly providing the bribes to the auditor and accompanied him on trips to the clubs. The auditor texted Winata, "This was the best trip I had in Florida. The girls were very beautiful and nice. I hope we can have another trip before the summer." He got his first handy. RCI clubs use an in-house currency called dance dollars that customers purchase and redeem for private dances. As part of the scheme, RCI failed to collect and pay over $8 million in sales taxes on the sale of dance dollars. In exchange for bribes, the auditor agreed to settle pending and future sales tax audits for substantially less in back taxes, penalties, and interest. In emails and text messages, the defendants openly discuss using trips to RCI clubs to help secure more favorable treatment. All it takes is a dance, really? That's all you need? For example, Shahay texted Langan and Anakar to boast that one of their clubs would pay just $47,000 as a result of the audit. Tim got the guy to $47K in Vivid, New York, but owes him a couple trips. In another instance, Winata explained that RCA may need to pamper the auditor more this time. Oh, I got an idea of how you could pamper me. Oh, my God. That same day, Langan personally authorized the payment of a bribe to the auditor in New York and the falsification of records. Kevlin texts Langan that Tim Guest would like another $1,500 to spend at an RCI-owned club, and that they did $2K yesterday. This is ridiculous. Yeah, buy the dip, guys. Buy the dip. Nothing to see here. Stock's down 40%. They're going to get hammered in taxes. They're going to get absolutely obliterated in taxes. Now, I mean, after this all ends and everybody gets fired, okay, maybe you could look at this, but you don't know what's going to happen. It could be really bad. It could be really bad. So we'll see, I guess. All right, so that was Ricky's. I think we got a Venmo. Hold on a minute. Okay, somebody says, Based on the balance sheet of ASST, how low would Bitcoin have to go for SATA to be problematic? SATA. SATA? What is SATA? Oh, Strive Asset Management. What the hell is this? Is this the... hold on. SATA Investor Relations. I guess we'll look at Strive. All right. So they have perpetual preferred dividend stock. They have preferred stock. Okay, this thing's already cooked. I can tell you right off the bat. If this company has no cash flow from operations, it's burning cash, how are they going to pay the dividend? They're going to have to either raise new capital, Ponzi scheme, or they're going to have to sell Bitcoin. They announced a $500 million SATA at the market program. All right, Strive today announced it has entered into a sales agreement pursuant to which Strive may issue and sell shares of its variable rate Series A perpetual preferred stock, the SATA stock. Okay, do not touch. No. No. If you want to buy Bitcoin, you know what you can do? You can just buy Bitcoin. Buying a preferred stock on a company that burns cash, do they even make any positive cash flow? It's fake income. It's all fake. Oh, here's Gil's 10x stock. Okay. Let's look at the cash flow. Last quarter, they burned $22 million in cash. $22 million. But they bought Bitcoin, bro. Let's close this. Let's close Jeremy's. All right. Strive intends to use the proceeds for general corporate purposes, including, among other things, the acquisition of Bitcoin and Bitcoin products. Okay. I mean, this is their most recent balance sheet, isn't it? All right. So we have their balance sheet. This is Strive's balance sheet. I don't know if they have SATA's balance sheet. But it's preferred stock. I mean, it wouldn't have a balance sheet. It's preferred stock. Preferred stock, they're just paying dividends, but they don't have any business operations to finance the dividend. They're just buying Bitcoin. So what you have, basically what you have to pay attention to is the cash. That's it. The only thing you need to focus on is the cash, because the dividends come from the cash. So if you see Bitcoin going up or down, whatever, as long as they can pay those dividends, I guess you're fine in the short term. And they have $109 million of cash as of September 30th, 2025. I would be concerned if they put all of their cash into Bitcoin. They're going to have trouble paying. So they're going to have to keep a decent amount of cash reserves. But at the end of the day, it's a Ponzi scheme because they generate cash from from offering new capital, from issuing new shares. And the only other alternative is they sell Bitcoin. Now, on their balance sheet, the fair value of their Bitcoin as of September 30th, 2025 was $672 million. And then let's look at their debt. Yeah, so they're using preferred equity issuance to raise capital. So they're not it's not like, at least from what I'm seeing so far as of this balance sheet, they're not issuing convertible debt. They're just using equity financing. But they're also participating in a blatant Ponzi scheme because the business itself doesn't generate cash. Where's the cash going to come from? It's going to come from future equity issuance. And if that fails, they're going to have to sell Bitcoin. Now, they got a lot of cash now. Okay, at least as of this balance sheet. But you're not going to get those dividends forever. You're not going to get those dividends. How many years is it going to take for you to recoup all your initial investment? What, 8 years to just get your investment back? And then what if the company goes bankrupt? Okay, you've made nothing. You put in 100, you got 100 out, and then it goes bankrupt. Like, and maybe you get like a penny per share. Because remember, it's debt holders that get paid first. Then it's preferred, and then it's common shareholders. So, I mean, let's see. Okay, so they had 109 million of cash, and then they burned. All right, that's the income statement. That's income statement. Income statement. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, they burned 22 million in the most recent quarter. Asset write-down and restructuring. What? So your question about what Bitcoin's price, I don't think that's necessarily relevant because at least from what I can see, they're not using debt. They're using preferred financing. So you just have to pay attention to the cash. That's what you have to focus on. Yeah, their only debt is like a lease. So Bitcoin's price isn't necessarily relevant. I mean, Bitcoin could go to zero, right? And they still have 109 million of cash. So they could theoretically pay the dividends for a little bit until they ran out of money. So I would focus more on the cash than Bitcoin's price when it comes to the preferred equity. So that's my thoughts on that. Okay. That was that. But don't buy that. What are we doing? What are we doing? I think you can get a better return doing something like an index than getting cash from a literal Ponzi scheme. Yeah. All right. America after Venezuela. Oil shortage confirmed, bro. Anyway, HOV. Let me guess. Is this another oil company? Is this a oil pipe company? Whole Navy. Where do you find these? Hovnanian Enterprises, Inc. What is this? Designs, constructs, markets, and sells residential homes in the United States. It offers single-family detached homes, attached townhomes, and condos. The company markets and builds homes for first-time home buyers, move-up buyer. Okay, I've never heard of this company. Find your dream home. Let's find a home in Virginia, Hampton Roads. Let's see what homes they have here. Virginia, 23662. Do they not have Virginia? I guess they're not in my area. Norfolk? Let's do Virginia. Virginia. Fredericksburg. It's about an hour and 45. Spotsylvania. Yeah. Yeah, these are all. This is Northern Virginia. Nothing in Norfolk? No, I guess they're mostly in Northern Virginia then. All right, so they're in kind of like the Northeast, a little bit of the South, and then in California. So, I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen them. I guess because I don't live in Northern Virginia. I guess that makes sense. They build homes. Look at these pretty homes. They're so pretty. Look at the happy family, the child playing with his blocks. We got got some nepotism going on here, but that's okay. I'll probably hire my kids one day. Unless they're dumb. All right, let's look at it. It's a small market cap, dude. Look at that. 582 million market cap on trailing 2.89 billion of revenue. Positive net income, no forward PE. That's interesting. They've done well over the past 5 years. Let's see what's happened. Okay, basically, I mean, a little bit of revenue growth, but it's okay. Okay, revenue growth. Let's see. Let's look at margins. Margins have been contracting. Yep. They're getting close to unprofitability. So their operating margin is almost negative. Their profit margin is in the negative. Free cash flow margin looks a little bit better, though. Let's see how much. Do they have a lot of debt? All right, they got $272 million of cash, $2.1 billion of liquid assets, of which most of it's inventory. And they got short-term debts due within the next year of $528 million. So, I mean, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest. I'll tell you that. Because, I mean, they have a lot of current assets, but it's mostly inventory. And if they can't churn that inventory, that's going to be a problem that's going to potentially cause cash issues. But whatever. Okay. Let's see. Long-term debt. They got $930 million of long-term debt. Let's see how much interest is eating into their profits. All right, so interest in the most recent quarter consumed about 35% of their operating income. But it's their debt's getting more of a concern because you can see their operating income has been going down and down because their margins are getting squeezed. So interest is eating up more and more and more and more of a percentage of their income. Yeah, their operating expenses, they're steadily growing operating expenses. Yeah, their income's definitely getting squeezed. Asset write-downs? What's this? Why are they writing down assets? That's not good. Other unusual items? Are they buying back shares? What are they doing? Okay, so debt's not crazy, at least not yet. It's eating a significant chunk of the profits, but it's not like crisis levels yet. All right, operating cash flows all over the place. It's probably just because of changes in inventory. Yeah. Let's see. Packing on a ton of debt. Look at that debt. Why did Hovnanian why did they issue debt recently? What are they doing with this debt? Ugh, come on, AI, hurry up. To refinance existing higher interest secured debt into longer term unsecured notes, simplifying its capital structure and extending its debt maturity runway. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they've got to be getting hammered. When are rates going to come down? Short-term rates are going down, but for treasuries, they're not. The longer end of the curve really hasn't come down that much, which affects mortgages. And if mortgage rates are high, people aren't buying freaking homes, this company is going to struggle. So it's just a play on the mortgage or the interest rates in the housing market. I mean, it's not the worst company in the world. I'll say that. It's fine, but this thing could struggle for a while until the home market unfreezes, which ideally would be after long-term rates came down because it is kind of unaffordable. And they have a 4P. They're not even projecting profits. Yeah, soft guidance. I mean, it could be fine. You know, if they're obviously under pressure, but if the mortgage market improves, okay, they might be fine. But why not just buy VNQ? Just buy real estate. Like, why do we have to buy these like small cap, micro cap home builders? So, not the worst thing in the world, but they're obviously struggling. Okay. All right, we got Nike. All right, and we have 26 minutes. 26 minutes, people. Nike. Let's go check out Nike. Shikey. All right, Nike stock currently 63.28. Are we sharing? Yes, we are. The stonk has gotten absolutely clapped. Okay. So you got to buy the dip, right? Market cap of 93 billion, trailing revenue of 46 billion, forward PE of 32. This company's not growing that well. Let's go look at the financials. All right, basically flat revenue. So you have a company with a forward PE of in the 30s with basically flat revenue over 5 years. But basically the revenue has gone down when you adjust for inflation over 5 years. Margins are starting to contract. I'm sure the tariffs are not helping. Operating margin is massively collapsed. I mean, the trend is just consistently down. I mean, it could just be because of the pandemic, but there's a clear trend of what's going on. So profits are down, revenue's flat. Profits down, revenue's flat. Forward PE of 32. Why? Let's see if Nike gave guidance. Did Nike give guidance and sales growth forecasts for 2026 and beyond? Okay, they have not issued a detailed, explicit long-term sales growth forecast for 2026. Management has described the current period as the middle innings of our comeback. They offered cautious guidance for the remainder of its fiscal year, ending May 31st, 2026. The company expects revenue to decline in the low single-digit percentage range. Management does not anticipate a return to growth for its high-margin Nike Direct segment over the course of fiscal year 2026. Modest. Okay, so their highest margin business segment isn't even growing. Wholesale's projected to grow a little bit. Gross margins are expected to remain under pressure due to a shift in channel mix, discounting to clear inventory, and significant additional costs based off tariffs. Turnaround plan. The company is implementing a win now strategy focused on returning to its core strengths, running and basketball. I've never had Nike shoes, I don't think. And improving product innovation, which is expected to position the company for future growth. Sell-side analysts expect revenue to grow by approximately 3.3%. Actually, I think it doesn't look good right now. Revenue's flat, margins are contracting. It doesn't look good. Let's look at the forecast. All right, don't they have revenue forecasts? All right, so as of now, they're projecting 1.9% revenue growth in FY 2026. And then basically, they're saying in FY 2027, things are going to start marginally improving with 4.6% projected revenue growth and 50% projected EPS growth. But you can't even, how are you going to predict that with Trump? You can't. With the tariffs, how are you going to predict that? I mean, is it going to go bankrupt? I don't think so. But the stock might struggle for a long time. Are you going to have the patience to hold this thing? You tell me. I mean, they got $8.3 billion of cash and short-term investments, $24 billion of current assets, $11 billion of current liabilities. So that's fine. $7.7 billion of property, plant, and equipment, $7 billion of long-term debt. How much of their interest is consuming of their profits? That's fine. The debt's not too bad. And basically their interest and investment income cancels out their debt interest payments. So I guess the debt's not a huge issue, at least right now. Yeah, the Ford. I don't know, man. This just isn't my type of company. I mean, it seems kind of richly valued for what's happened in the past and what they're projecting in the future. Maybe there's a turnaround in 2027, but I don't know. This is just not my type of stock. I'll be perfectly honest with you. So I don't know about that one. All right, what do we have here? Nommed? What is nommed? Vietnammed? Nommed. Nomad Foods Limited. $12 stock. Are we still sharing? Yep. We're sharing? Yeah, we're sharing. 1.78 billion market cap, trailing revenue of 3.58 billion. Net income trailing to, okay, so they have positive trailing net income. Forward PE of 5. 5. I don't think there's a lot of growth priced in. Maybe even contraction priced in. Dividend, they still have a dividend, at least trailing they did, at 5.59% irrelevant, completely irrelevant. Let's look at the stunk. It's been absolutely clapped. It's up 5% since 2014, excluding dividends. Nomad distributes a range of frozen food products in the UK and internationally. It offers frozen fish, fish fingers, coated fish, and natural fish, vegetables, frozen poultry, and meat products comprising nuggets, grills, and burgers. Is this the Tyson's food of England? What is this? Making meal times better with the goodness of frozen food. Nothing like frozen food. Brands. What brands do they have? Bird's Eye. I've seen that before. Findus. Iglo. Oh, they got a cute little bear here. It's a leading brand in Croatia. Serbia. They make Yorkshire puddings. Okay, it's a food company. Look at this. They're everywhere in Europa. Are they in America? Are they in America? If they're not in America, they're freaking trash. Okay, so they got a decent diversification of markets. A lot of Europa. Anything else? So it's mostly Western Europe and the Nordics, the Vikings. I've been watching Vikings recently, a bunch of scumbags. All right, let's look at the financials. All right, revenue's flat. Okay, basically flat revenue over the past 5 years. Gross margins, basically high 20s. Decent operating margin. Oh, that's pretty solid operating margin, 14%. Pretty solid profit margin. Pretty solid free cash. Okay, so basically flat revenue and basically margins staying the same. What about earnings per share? Earnings per share has been flat. Flat. You know, it's also flat beside your mom, a bond. You get a steady coupon. Let's look at their balance sheet. 193 million of cash, 419 million. This is in euros. 419 million euros in accounts receivable. 1.1 billion euros in current assets. 1.1 billion in current liabilities, so it's okay. Got some taxes due. Long-term assets, property, plant, equipment. They got a lot of goodwill and intangibles. So most of their long-term assets are intangible assets. Acquisitions, trademarks, patents, et cetera, et cetera. They don't have that much property, plant, equipment. 582 million euros. Yeah, they got a decent amount of debt, man. They got almost 2 billion in debt. Obviously from acquisitions. That's the only thing I can think of. How much is the interest consuming? Okay, interest consumes about 30% of their operating margin. I mean, not great, but not the worst either. When did they make these acquisitions? I wonder if it's just from a long time ago. Might not even be on here. Okay, they had an acquisition back in 2021, and that barely changed anything, and they just packed on a bunch of interest. That consumes 30% of their margins. Who did Nomad Foods acquire in 2021? Okay, they acquired Findus and later a much larger Fortenova Group's frozen food business group. This unified no man's food ownership of the Findus brand across major European markets. This market acquisition in Southeast Europe brought established brands like Lido and Frycom into Nomad's portfolio. I mean, okay, they made the acquisitions. Let's see. Okay, revenue went up a little bit. It's been flat ever since. Was that really worth it? How much did their interest expense go up? All right, so they doubled their interest expense, and they just had a slight boost in revenue. But it's been flat ever since. Was that really worth it? I don't know. I'm not so sure. It's a very lame company, I'll be perfectly honest. What's the bull case? The food's good? Yeah, they made an acquisition and EPS has basically been flat. So, okay, they're buying back shares. They have a dividend. It's just a standard food company that's established. They buy back shares and they pay dividends. I mean, could it do okay? Yeah, maybe, but is this like at 1,000x? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, look at the forward PE. It's pricing in like negative growth. So, not the worst thing in the world, but just a standard boring food company. All right. Almost done here. We'll do some member-only comments, and then I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'd rather have communism. I think I got some of these comments already. Yeah, but Gil made Donkey Kong Banana Blitz on the Switch too. You get to slack off while still working for an employer. Now that there won't be a safety net, you're going to see how hard self-employment will be for someone with this I don't have a safety net. I have $90,000 in treasuries. You want to see? Hold on. You want to see this, Alan? I'm going to show you right now. Well, I got to make sure I don't show my account number, but you want to see my safety net, Alan? Hold on a minute. You don't have a safety net. See that? Oh, you can't see it. Okay, I made it up. I don't have any treasures. I have 90,000 in treasures. Shut your mouth. All right, skipping all non-member comments. How unfortunate for you. Was quite impressed how smoothly the operation went. It did go well. Russia been 4 years trying to take down Zelensky, and the USA does this. Yeah. Well, the USA's not invaded. They did a precision operation. But, I mean, the U.S. is obviously really good at that. What would sound better, Jeremy or Chris Saint reading The Night Before? I'd rather listen to Chris Saint. That'd be hilarious. The night before Christmas, yo, 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 yo. Oh, the night before Christmas. Auto DCFs are the most overrated trash. I input random numbers and get random numbers back. The key to a DCF is the work you're putting in to understand the business. I would agree with that. But you know what? I think you're just jealous of Jeremy Lefebvre's amazing software. He's an entrepreneur, bro. How much cash did you grab on New Year's? None. I didn't get any cash. Can you believe it? They popped the balloons. I'm looking around. I don't see any cash on the floor. I think they had like vouchers or something because there was no cash. Last year, they had actual cash coming out of the balloons. This year, nothing. I was very upset. Otter's a next level gooner. You're not going to bribe me with a dance. You better give me a lot of money. Who's calling me? A little bear stock. Do I hear Dave? Oh, don't get me started on Dave. Just got here. Start over, please. Oh, we're about to end there, bucko. Daddy's about to go get some Buffalo Wild Wings, and I am a hungry hippo. I am very hungry. All I had today was like soup because I've been trying to save my appetite for freaking Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm probably going to get 20 wings. Nothing else, just 20 wings. And they're going to be so spicy. I'm going to devour them. Oh, God, they're going to be so good. And I appreciate you guys with all your requests. because this is going to help me pay for it. I know I'm a madman. I'm spending money. I should just be living in poverty, but hey, I've got one final work paycheck coming. And then I'm going to Army training, and that's going to give me a decent amount of pay because I'm going for 7 days. So it's basically 14 days of base pay, senior captain. Then I get to cash out my leave from work. That's probably $1,000. I burned most of my leave at work, so I probably have $1,000. And then, you know, all the tax retainers should start flooding in. And things will be good. And then once tax season's over, I'm going to be a YouTube fanatic. Because what else do I have to do besides YouTube? Top three flavors of wings go now. My anything that's spicy. So when I go to B-Dubs, I get the one that's right below spicy, the spiciest. I think it's wild or something. I'll probably get like 10 wild and 10 hot. That's the plan for tonight. And it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Should have bought Bitcoin. I'm never buying Bitcoin. I have VT. I don't need a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is king. You'll have a new... Why don't you believe in me, Gil? It's very hurtful that you don't believe in your daddy. Have faith in your daddy. I am here for you. Daddy is here for you. So apparently I have 62 viewers on X. I just don't believe it. Somebody from X comment. Somebody from X comment. I want to see one comment for X. I think they're mostly bots. I'm serious. I'm serious. It says 62 X viewers. I don't believe that. 90.6K. You didn't buy the bottom, strong man. You're so stupid. You could have 20 trillion X'd if you had gone leveraged right at the bottom, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Look at VT's return last year. Beautiful. Will the Venezuela thing tank the market? No. Why would the market tank over Venezuela? Go listen to Fiscal and lose money on TSSI or Grab. Somebody says pay them $10 and they'll comment on, yeah, I'm going to pay you $10 for a comment. 62 viewers on X. Let me look. Let me see if I can comment on my own video. Trump's making fun of Maduro. That's pretty funny. All right, I'm going to see if I can comment on my own video. Okay, I pulled it. Oh, I heard myself. All right, how do you comment on this? I wonder if I can do it on my cell phone. Chat. Test. Okay, I just put test. Okay, I can see that I myself commented. I think X's views are botted, dude. I think it can't be real. I mean, maybe people don't know how to comment? I don't know. Let me see if I can, let me see how it looks like on my phone. All right, so I'm live. So I click the live button. Open the live video. Live chat. Hey. Send. Yeah, no, I think it's botted. It says I have 71 viewers now on X. Elon Musk, you are a grifting turd. You know that? You are a disgusting grifter. These clowns trash Target. Target went up. Target is garbage. I hate that company. PayPal, TSSI, Grab, down. Venezuela is bullish for the... I mean, I don't see how it's going to collapse the market, personally. America's so back. We know who's the G in the world. More money and oil. As long as we don't get caught in a quagmire, it might work out. I'm just curious to see what the plan is for the transition. And hopefully that goes well. Because if it doesn't, we could just have another failed state with a bunch of internal civil wars going on. Somebody says there can't be bots because Elon. Oh, no, they're definitely bots. It says I have 88 viewers on X now. 88. Not a single comment. Not one. My YouTube, it says I have 49 viewers, and all the comments are coming from YouTube. X has to be botting. It has to be. And are there being are people being charged? Are companies being charged ads for the viewers that are watching my video right now? This doesn't seem right. All right, I'll be heading out very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there's one commenter. Here he is. We got one viewer. I want to see more X comments. Okay, I think most of them are bots. Let's get more comments. Come on. Give me comments. Okay, yep. 88 viewers on X, 52 on YouTube. I wish it was real. That'd be nice. I wish it was real. Bingo. All right, well, I think that's it. I'm about to go get some wings, boys. So, like, subscribe. Consider joining as a channel member to support the channel. Also, consider booking a free, and I mean free, 30-minute tax consultation with me. I am a certified public accountant and would gladly do your business and or personal taxes any state in the United States. You can talk to me for free. I give you upfront fixed quotes, and I'll do your tax like a boss.